May I have your attention please? The mandatory guest safety briefing will begin shortly. By now, most if not all of you will have been to your designated assembly stations and checked in. However, if you have not visited your assembly station, we suggest that you make your way there now and check in immediately. Please take time to view the safety video that is now available to watch on your stateroom television. This video will demonstrate the proper method for donning your life jacket as well as supplying general safety tips to follow while on board. The general alarm signal will be given at the beginning of the safety briefing, which consists of 7 short blasts followed by 1 long blast of the ship's whistle. When the alarm is sounded, please remain in place. You are not required to wear or collect your life jacket. We ask that all remaining members of your party pay close attention to the information provided in the briefing, which is mandatory. If children in your party are checked in youth activities programming, they will remain in our care, and there is no need to pick them up. Crew members will be stationed throughout the ship should you have any additional questions. Please note that all crew services will be suspended during the safety briefing. While walking around the vessel, we ask that you take caution of slippery decks, especially around pool areas. Also be aware of raised sills and steps as you're passing through doors, especially in staterooms. Your stateroom door is designed to close automatically. Special care should be taken to keep fingers clear of the closing edge, to make certain the door latches properly. We also ask that you use handrails while walking through passageways and using stairways. For the continued comfort and safety of all our guests, we ask that all guests refrain from loud conversation and gatherings in the stairways and corridors, and to also refrain from sitting on the staircases because the stairs are evacuation routes and must be clear at all times. Once again, the mandatory guest safety briefing will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention. All visitors, vendors, and shore personnel who are not sailing with this Bloxney Cruise Line vessel should disembark at this time. May I have your attention, please? At the conclusion of this announcement, the general alarm will be sounded, which is 7 short blasts, followed by 1 long blast of the ship's whistle, accompanied by the sounding of the alarms. This will mark the start of today's safety briefing, and please pay close attention to the information provided. At this time, we ask that all crew members working in guest areas suspend services and stay in place until the end of the safety briefing. We ask that all guests also remain in place and listen for the duration of the safety briefing. If you happen to be in a location where the guest safety briefing video is broadcast on a screen, please remain in that location, listen to that announcement and follow along with the video. Once again, at the conclusion of this announcement, the general alarm will be sounded. If you have small children or sensitive hearing, you may want to cover your ears. Thank you. Attention all guests, this Bloxney Cruise Line vessel's mandatory safety briefing has begun. We ask that you remain where you are for the duration of this briefing. The purpose of this briefing is to provide instruction to familiarize you with our emergency procedures. In the unlikely event of an actual please bring your and follow the signs officer will be calling the stateroom to check on the status of all of the guests and the room. The Bloxney Cruise Line vessel also had audible alarms installed in its corridors outside guest staterooms. Upon hearing one or more of these alarms, please leave the area and notify the nearest crew member or call guest services. Your help in responding to one of these alarms will add to the safety of our guests, crew, and ship. If you smell smoke or discover a fire, press one of the red fire alarm call point buttons around the ship. This warns the bridge so that immediate action can be taken. In the event of a fire, and during drills, fireproof doors may block your route. Although these doors are heavy, they may be opened by hand and will close automatically behind you. The Bloxney Cruise Line vessel is equipped with low-level emergency lighting, which is installed in the floors of corridors to help guide you to the exits. It is important that you do not use the elevators in an emergency, because you could become trapped in the event of a power failure. There are other signals that do not directly affect guests. These signals may also be heard during the cruise, when a crew drill is held. You will be given advance notice of these drills by ship announcements. 3 long blasts of the ship whistle is the signal of man overboard. If you should see anyone fall over the ship's side, you should throw a life buoy or anything else that will float over the side. Shout man overboard. Immediately, notify the nearest crew member. Here are the instructions for donning your life jacket. First, unroll the strap and extend the clip to the end of the strap. Then, hold the life jacket in front of you, and pull apart the opening for your head for easy access. Next, put your head through the opening, and then pull the strap behind your back. Insert the clip into the buckle on the right side of the jacket, and pull the strap tight, so that the life jacket will feel snug around you. The life jackets are equipped with a whistle and a light to attract attention. The light will be self-activated once in contact with seawater. Please do not tamper or remove them. The life jacket is filled with permanent flotation materials and does not require inflation. If you are unable to reach your stateroom for your life jacket, extra life jackets will be provided by your assembly crew from the storage locations near the lifeboats. In the unlikely event that it is necessary to abandon ship, the order will be given verbally from the bridge, and the lifeboat will already be prepared for boarding on deck 4. The assembly crew is trained to take you in small groups from the assembly station to the lifeboat. Special care will be taken to not break up families. Any questions or requests for additional information should be addressed to any ship officer. The ship is equipped with the most modern satellite distress communications devices that will alert Coast Guard stations and other ships of an emergency. If at any time during your cruise, you require urgent medical attention, you should contact the medical center directly by calling the medical emergency line from any ship phone. The number to dial is 7300. The ship's medical center is located on deck 1, forward, on the port side. The medical center is only accessible via the ship's forward guest elevators. If you require non-urgent medical assistance, you can call the medical center. The number to dial is 71923.
And I see some of you have your wishing wands. Together, we can make even the biggest wishes come true. Like setting sail. Let's see what our magic can do. One's up. Repeat after me. Wishes do come true. Ready? Wishes do come true. Oh, yeah. It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate.
May I have your attention, please? This is the officer of the watch speaking from the bridge. At the end of this announcement, we will be sounding our ship's whistle. We recommend to our guests on the open decks to cover your ears. have your attention, please? This is the officer of the watch speaking from the bridge. At the end of this announcement, we will be sounding our ship's whistle. We recommend to our guests on the open decks to cover your ears.
Thank you.